Good afternoon from Jim Bradford at Ibrox, where Rangers have the chance to temporarily return to the top of the table ahead of Celtic's match tomorrow. They embark on their final 10 games of the SPL season, having suffered a sizable dent in their title aspirations when Inverness won here at the start of the month. Another failure at home could have huge ramifications. Rangers' first choice centre-half partnership's missing today. David Weir suspended and Magic Bagheera is injured, meaning the Gers go with Christian Daly and Lee McCulloch at the back, with Kurt Broadfoot missing as well, of course. Beasley and Lafferty are also recalled to the starting lineup that faced Celtic at Hampden last week, with Kenny Miller dropping to the bench. A hamstring injury for Andy Driver seen him sidelined for Hearts, and David Jesnowski starts just the third game this season, with David Abua moving to the left flank. Marius Zeliukas returns to centre-half after serving another suspension. Janos Balog is banned after his sending off in the Edinburgh Derby, so Jamie McDonald is in goal. Hasn't been a happy March so far for Rangers, with their defeat to Celtic in the Co-op Cup final last week, their defeat to Inverness, possibly even more heartfelt the last time they were in league action here. And what will they be able to conjure up today? Early touch for David Abua, who's started on the left-hand side of the midfield. Whittaker deputising for Broadfoot at right back. And McGregor launches it long towards Chris Boyd. Palazuelos. Nade. And Whittaker able to shepherd it out of play for a Rangers throw. First touch for Daly. His ball back inside gave Beasley little chance really. Karapetis will turn and guide it back for Jamie McDonald, making a rare start today. Palazuelos with a header, which is picked off by Davis. Now McCulloch for Whittaker. Nice touch by Lafferty, and Davis tries to play him in. Kyle Lafferty, who's scored 7 goals in this his first Rangers season after the big money move from Burnley. More often than not, he's been used as a substitute. Nade. Abua had wanted the ball to be played much earlier than that. He'd got himself into an offside position by the time it was eventually released by Christian Nade. It's been scoring goals that has been the problem for Hearts. Defensively, they've been very sound since Csaba Laszlo took over. It's been a much better season than that they endured last year. Finished 8th then, currently in 3rd, and a victory here might just give them a little bit of heart that they could end up catching Rangers in 2nd. In fact, they only need 4 points in the next 4 games to guarantee a top 6 finish. Fall from McGregor. So Lucas climbing above Chris Boyd. Jesnowski back for Nielsen. And Nade's offside. He's only scored 2 goals in the SPL so far this season, Christian Nade, netting against Hamilton and Aberdeen. Therein lies the problem for Hearts, really. Lack of genuine cutting edge up front. The season would have been even better had they got a striker who's capable of getting 15, 18 goals this season. They might genuinely be challenging the top two. Here's Boyd, driven straight into Palazuelos. Lee Wallace with the throw. Opening 5 minutes of the pass without either goalkeeper being worked as yet. Here's Papaj. Pedro Mendes, who was absent from the game against Inverness, of course, and Rangers really missed his creative influence in the midfield. It's a handball by Lafferty as Boyd knocked it at him from close range. Smith has been speaking of the need to have a strong mentality in the face of criticism which has come from some sections of the Rangers support over the last 2 or 3 weeks or so. Here's Lafferty. Davis. Now Stephen Whittaker on the overlap. Ball in past Palazuelos. Stewart back for Wallace. Neat football at close quarters from Hart, but Stewart's touch has given it away. Away by Zaliukas. Not a clear handball. Beasley has 6 to aim at inside the penalty area. What Rangers would give for the fillip of an early goal. It's a good header away by Palazuelos. Just ghosted round the back of Chris Boyd to make sure that he could clear. Pedro Mendes, as he has a want to do, just stealing a yard or so. That ball not in the corner quadrant. And it comes from Mendes. Again, it was close to Boyd. Hook clear by Stewart. Back from Beasley. Hart's able to win the second ball and clear their lines. Davis doing well to get Rangers going again, feeding Pedro Mendes. Lovely shape on the ball in towards Boyd. Good header from Karapidis. Whittaker with the effort. No promise for Jamie McDonald to make a save from a shot that may well have been going wide. A misplaced pass from Abua, and an opportunity for Lafferty. 1-0 Rangers, all from a defensive error. David Abua was the player who presented the ball straight to the midfield, and Kyle Lafferty, not looking a gift horse in the mouth, has given Rangers the lead. Not too much that Jamie McDonald could do, but it was all about the loose pass in the midfield. McDonald bowling it out. Abua is turning it back inside. Don't know who he was aiming for, but it was picked up by Beasley, and Lafferty was there to finish. Just the start that Rangers needed. And if the self-confidence is fragile in any way, the goal inside the opening 8-9 minutes is the perfect foundation for them. Scored by Kyle Lafferty. Ball put out of play by Daly. Robbie Nielsen with the long throw, which is headed away by Ferguson. So Lucas claiming that's a Hearts ball. He's got the decision as well. Intelligent throw from Nielsen. Well defended by Papac. Well, Rangers have only conceded 3 goals in the last 8 games in the SPL. Consider the Hearts' goal-scoring record, particularly away from home, is so poor. It just shows how important that mistake by David Boer could turn out to be. This is Wallace. Palazuelos. Nielsen. Nade. Jesnauskas was well onside as he received the ball. Didn't do anything with it, shown inside by Papac. Here's Nielsen. Nade. And the offside flag is up as Stewart receives the ball. Well, David Abua has been playing in the heart of the midfield. Moved out to the left-hand side today, and it was his error. Ball square across the face of his own penalty area, which led to the problems, and a good finish as well by Kyle Lafferty. But that mistake by Ober could be so significant in a game that was promised to be low scoring. Boyd, lovely cushioned header to find Lafferty. Beasley behind him is doing his best to offer support. Lafferty ended up using him as the decoy. Turns it neatly in for Davis. A little flick. Too far wide for Whittaker. Well, Rangers' 2 players from the right flank did well to take up attacking positions here. Davis moving from the right-hand side of midfield into the left-hand edge of the penalty area. And then Whittaker coming from right back to meet that with a deft flick on the edge of the 6-yard box, but unable to hit the target. Wallace. Mendes winning the throw from David Abua. McDonald. Daly beating Nade. To go back to May 2004, the last time that Hearts won here, it was Joe Hamill who was the hero that day. They haven't won here in 9 attempts since. They've shot themselves in the foot so far this afternoon. Everything to play for in terms of the European positions, of course. Hearts with a decent advantage over Aberdeen and Dundee United, 5 points clear in third at the start of play. Here's Beasley, and he's done well to work the angle to Marcus Beasley. McDonald coming out, he knew that the chip was the best option, but just failed in its execution. Good work by Lafferty. Injection of pace from Beasley. Took into a wide angle. Aimed for the top left-hand corner, but couldn't find it. Stewart. McCulloch. Ferguson. Stewart snapping at his heels. He saw him coming and had the strength to withstand the challenge. Now Beasley for Papac. Zaliukas. Still allowed Beasley to get the shot in. Zaliukas blocking it and putting it out of play for a throw. boxed in by Barry Ferguson. There was a bit of pulling going on from Lafferty. Daly's header finding Beasley. And DeMarcus Beasley put on the deck by Robbie Neilson. Lafferty, Ferguson, Papach. Good movement from Mendes, lovely vision to find Ferguson. Well, he just drilled it, hopefully inside the penalty area. It was behind Chris Boyd, ahead of Lafferty, but it was all about the inspiration of Pedro Mendes again. Certainly more invention from Rangers in the opening 15-16 minutes than they showed in the entire 90 against Inverness Cali in their last home league game. They have put 5 past Hamilton since, of course, in the Cup, which has earned them a quarter-final with St Mirren next month. Double very much on despite the frustrations of last weekend at Hampden. That should have been a throw, 2 Hearts. It's gone the other way. Whittaker taking it for for Davis, sorry. And that clearly is a Rangers throw this time. Whittaker. By Zaliukas. Second time as well. 4 from Palazuelos. The Daly Norm McCulloch have been tested yet. This makeshift centre-half partnership fielded by Wallace Smith today. Boyd, not for the first time, doing really well to win a flick on. Easily went down very easily. Complaining about the angle of the flick from Chris Boyd. Stewart. Bua, who started off on the left, has swapped flanks to move out to the right now, with Chesnauskas going the other way. The Ugandan international, whose mistake gifted Rangers the opening goal of this contest. Chesnauskas put under real pressure by Whittaker. It was magnificent defending going forward from Stephen Whittaker. Stewart does well to deal with McDonald's spinning clearance. Chesnauskas does less well. And Rangers' pressure on the ball is telling. Wallace. Nice take by Nade. Aguiar. We've seen very little of it so far. Abua. Wallace. Taking on Davis. Now Chesnauskas. It's easy for Alan McGregor. The first ball inside the penalty area he's had to deal with so far. Rangers looking to break quickly with Davis working it down the line. Zaliukas got enough on it to get it back for McDonald. And play stops with Zaliukas spread-eagled on the turf. Carl Lafferty was the player putting pressure on Marius Zaliukas here. It was a little push, he was off balance, it was an awkward fall. Just winded him as he landed on the flat of his back. Lafferty not convinced. So Lucas scored against Rangers the last time these two sides met, a 2-1 victory for Hearts at Tynecastle, with all 3 goals coming in a 6-minute spell midway through the first half. Larry Kingston, who ended up getting the winner, not involved today. Still suffering with injury. So Lucas able to clear. Karapidis is the player. I think he just felt an arm around the Adam's apple. He's okay, he's back on his feet. Here's Papac. McDonald came in to meet it, took a chance, and Lucas bailed him out. Risk from Jamie McDonald, who had a lot of ground to try and get there today. Here's Lafferty. Away by Palazuelos, only as far as Ferguson. And hasn't scored here at Ibrox so far this season. Just the 1 goal which was the winner at Hamilton, and this was certainly well worth an attempt. Set up nicely for him, but with the outside of his right foot, he couldn't keep it down. Robbie Neilson fast approaching 250 games for the club now. He's got a long throw on him. Neilson given away for Ferguson, who's got Boyd to his right-hand side. He tried to take it on past Lee Wallace. Wallace just stood in the way. His first touch, tackled himself. The second put it out of play for a throw. As we said, is a magnificent playing surface here at Ibrox. Perfect conditions for a game of football, with the exception of the low sun, which might come into play, although neither goalkeeper is staring into it. Aguiar's ball in, and is able to clear. Trey Thompson just asking Lee Wallace to retrace his steps a bit before launching it back onto the field of play. Wallace, who was sent off against Rangers at Tynecastle earlier this season. Hearts withstanding a numerical disadvantage for the last 15 minutes to hold on to win 2-1. Papac. Lafferty. By Karapidis. They couldn't be claiming that was put on the ground there. Referee Thompson didn't want to know. Stewart's touch took it back into a potentially dangerous area, but away from Boyd. Here's Neilson. Ferguson heeding the shout from Daly. Stewart. Now Wallace. Lafferty coming back to put pressure. Firstly on Wallace and then Chesnauskis. Appreciative round of applause from the Rangers fans. Lafferty's defending from the front. from Wallace Fernade, and it was a half-decent opportunity for Hearts, one that he summarily made a mess of. And that's the worry for Csaba László. They've only scored 10 away goals in 14 matches this season, an average at the moment of 1 every 2 hours 9 minutes. Away goals have been enough to garner 17 points on the road for Hearts this season, which is an outstanding return and pays testament to their good defensive record, but nevertheless it is a real cause of concern, as is this, as Lafferty picks it up after the mistake from Nielsen, and Zaliukas with an impeccably timed challenge spares the blushes of his captain. And Lafferty stays down hurt, got I think a kick to the ankle, possibly the top of his foot. Play goes on. Rangers temporarily down to 10 men, and when they got possession back, now he stops it, referee. It seemed pretty innocuous as Zaliukas won the ball back. Just caught Kyle Lafferty, and he's in some distress. This will be a source of great concern for Walter Smith. He has got Kenny Miller on the bench, of course, who will be the natural replacement for Lafferty. Smith's made his way downstairs just to have a dialogue with Ali McCoist. And in fact, it wasn't a challenge from Zaliukas at all that had caused the problem. You can see there, it was the quick turn before he knocked the ball inside, which is possibly means it's even more serious. That could be ankle ligaments. So that could well mean that Lafferty's unable to continue. It's launch four from Christian Daly. So Lucas beating Boyd in the air. Stewart winning the second ball and feeding his captain Nielsen. Abua. Aguiar. And turns it aside towards Nade, but Mendes was back to defend. Kyle Lafferty has run back on, not moving with a great deal of ease, it has to be said. Back out to give it a go. Aguiar, away by Mendes. Towards Lafferty. I think that says it all. He's not going to be able to continue. He hobbled towards the ball there. Push on McCulloch. Had the cigar out so far, Lee McCulloch, in this role as a makeshift centre-half. Karapidis easily beating Lafferty there, who again is having a look at his ankle. I think he's only out there as long as it takes Rangers to get a substitute warmed up to replace him. And that will be a huge blow for Northern Ireland as well, ahead of their forthcoming World Cup qualifiers. Here's Davis. Beasley. In from Papac. Attacked by Lafferty. It's gone out of play for a corner. Robbie Nielsen was shepherding that out, believing it was going to be a goal kick, but Lafferty may be immobile, but he still won this header. Mendes again. Spotting the ball up illegally, stealing a foot or so. It's good in-swinging ball, which is headed away for another corner. This time Craig Thompson has he's gone over to have a look to make sure the ball is put in the quadrant, and it wasn't. In it comes again, and Mendes will have a fourth opportunity to get this ball in with real quality. Well, no part of the ball is touching the line there. Deep from Mendes. Header away from Palazuelos. Hooked back in with guard from Davis. Beasley with a little flick header which Lafferty stretched but couldn't turn towards goal. Nice ball back in from Steve Davis. Beasley tried to make something of it. Well, Craig Thompson, that was strange because he went over to make sure that the ball was in the right place. The Rangers have scored from a corner in an incident like that recently. I know the officials are aware of it, but seemingly Craig there thought that the ball was legitimately spotted up, but it still wasn't. Difficult to judge from the angle he's looking at it, admittedly. Ball in from Boyd, away by Zaliukas. Here's Palazuelos as Lafferty again goes to the floor. That surely signals the time to put him out of his misery. And again, play is stopped so that he can receive treatment. Kenny Miller is just been called back to the Rangers dugout. He would be the natural replacement, but it is Nacho Novo who's taking his tracksuit bottoms off. And I think it will be Nacho Novo who will come on. The Rangers supporters looking a wee bit stony-faced. They do have the lead, but it is the goal scorer who is leaving the field in the saddest manner imaginable. Kyle Lafferty stretched it off after that ankle injury. And Nacho Novo, the ever popular Spaniard, will be his replacement.
And replacing Kyle Lafferty, number 10, Nacho Novo.
Good reception for Novo. Goes across to the conciliatory pack to Kyle Lafferty, who's led down the tunnel for further medical treatment. And Novo in the action straight away. Well, Wallace got a shout from McDonald, who I think had misjudged it. Hearts have got away with it. Stewart. Wallace. Swept clear on the half volley by Beasley, who was caught in the process, and now he needs treatment. Bruno Aguiar was the player that caught him. Back in by Wallace. Beasley back on his feet without the need for treatment. Boyd gutting it on. Novo trying to get around the back. Zaliukas, he went shoulder to shoulder with Novo, which was his intention rather than trying to play the ball. And he kept Novo out of the way. Defended by McCulloch. The first time that he's had to show his skills as a centre-half, and we're 37 minutes into the game. Ferguson sold Mendes short. Rescued by Papac. Mendes then caught by Nade. Play goes on. Good advantage play by the referee, but Mendes is hurt. Whittaker. Now the ball is put out of play. Craig Thompson will come back and have a look at Pedro Mendes. A yellow card for Christian Nade. Don't have any complaints at all. Real striker's challenge, but worryingly for Rangers, who were so poor in recent matches without their influential midfielder. Pedro Mendes is down injured. The one player they really wouldn't want to pick up a knock going into the final 10 games of the league season is Pedro Mendes. This was how he got it. Neat turn away from Stewart. Nade came bulldozing in from behind him. Played the ball and the man. Pedro Mendes is okay, back on. Second Rangers player to suffer with a problem for his right ankle in the space of 10 minutes or so. Lovely ball from Ferguson. Not too much in the centre for Boyd, although the cavalry's arriving now. Beasley and Novo both waiting, and he might still get it across. And Boyd's unlucky. The foul on Christian Nade. Hearts have offered not next to nothing going forward as an attacking force. They have offered nothing. And nevertheless, a set-piece opportunity, a chance for some of the big guns to push forward. So Lucas has made his way up. Here he comes looking for a Bua's flick, and straight out of play for a goal kick. Novo chasing. The ball ended up out of play past both he and Karapidis. Well, Karapidis had a couple of yards head start. Novo realised he was in a race before Karapidis did. Done by Bua, picked off by Ferguson. Karapidis scored an own goal the last time these two sides met. And still winning. Trailing to Kyle Lafferty's 9th minute goal here today. Foul by Ferguson. Stewart taking the free kick quickly and intelligently as well. Here's David Abua. Still Abua onto his favoured left foot. Aguiar trying to turn it wide for Chesnauskis, but Whittaker read the script, and now Rangers can break quickly with Pedro Mendes. He's got Abua with him, but he's found Boyd. Took his eye off the ball, Chris Boyd, but the chance hasn't gone. Mendes, Papac. Hearts have quickly regained their shape back behind the ball now. Beasley. Brilliantly done by Mendes. A player who oozes invention. Didn't come off for him that time. Well done by Davis, one of the unsung heroes in this Rangers midfield. There's still many that think that his more natural position in the centre is where he should be playing. Difficult to accommodate Davis, Mendes and Ferguson, though, of course. Which is why Davis continues in the wider position, although he doesn't play as a conventional right winger by any stretch of the imagination. Here he is again. McCulloch, Mendes, Papac took a chance, and Abua's got past him. He recovered just about. Mendes trying to play the ball off Abua for a throw. And now Ferguson's got space with which to work. He's got Nova making a run ahead of him. He's got Davis to his right-hand side. Steve Davis making his way forward. Boyd's in support as well. The effort deflects wide for a corner. Right in front of the assistant referee. Mendes doesn't try and steal an advantage this time. Outswinger from the Portuguese, headed away by Abua. Clever from Davis, back from Mendes. Much more air underneath it this time. Tousled hair of Daly flicks it on. Papac. Nice ball for Whittaker. Abua was caught underneath it, back in from Whittaker. And headed over his own bar for a corner by Zaliukas. Another outswinger from Mendes looking for the near post flick. It just died a little bit, headed away by the Ugandan Abua. Good ball for Ferguson. His first goal at Ibrox this season doubles Rangers' advantage just before half-time. Good strike by Barry Ferguson. Cleverly found by Mendes. And they will feel that a 2-0 half-time lead will make the game safe. Pressure on Rangers coming into today after the recent defeats to Inverness and Celtic in the cup final. But they've responded immaculately. 2-0 Rangers at half-time. Mendes. Now Boyd could be even better for Rangers at the break. So Lucas digs it clear. Ferguson straight to Abua. Papac. Daly. Got it away from Stewart. He did really well there, Christian Daly. Might be ring rusty, but he used his experience. Now Nacho Novo, Chris Boyd, Beasley. Another corner. Beasley's delivery. Safety by Zaliukas. The Rangers have had 8 corners without reply in this first half, which tells you everything you need to know about where the game has been played. Constant Rangers pressure. They're worth the 2-goal lead. Daly making the near post run. He's delivered that little bit deeper. It's come off the top of McCulloch's head, but Whittaker keeps it in. Back in from Steve Davis. Looking for Boyd. Another vital defensive header. And a standing ovation for Rangers as they leave the pitch at half-time. Well, they couldn't score past the team bottom of the table in their last home game, but David Abua gifted them an opener here against the side, who are third. Kyle Lafferty scored that, subsequently went off injured. Barry Ferguson doubling Rangers' advantage in stoppage time added because of the injury to Lafferty. And Rangers well worth the 2-0 half-time lead. Well, Rangers haven't lost an SPL game when they've led at half-time in 234 matches, stretching back some 13 years since they held the lead against Hibs at the break and lost. Hearts will have to improve immeasurably if Rangers are to lose this one. Here's Whittaker. He's got away from Palazuelos. Spanier concedes the throw. Ferguson. One back by Stewart. Deft little flick past Pedro Mendes. Now Callum Elliott. Stewart. And Whittaker seemed to have the desire to get there ahead of Bruno Aguiar. Stewart. So Lucas has asked a bit of Karapetis here, but he's kept it in. Mendes. And Novo's run from inside his own half to be onside, but Jamie McDonald saw the danger early and clears. McDonald's clearance wasn't the best, it was straight to Steve Davis. Neat exchange of passes with Whittaker. Now Ferguson. Beasley. Papac makes his way forward. And Abua forced to concede the first quarter of the second half. Rangers 9th of the game. Beasley with a left-footed outswinger. Punch cleared by McDonald for Ferguson. Davis. Oh, possibly had more time than he thought. Nade. That's a good ball forward. Papac can't get there ahead of Callum Elliott. Hasn't got much up with him. He's found Christian Nade though. And Nade found himself short of options and short of ideas as he tried to turn. Handball by Ferguson gives Hearts a free kick. Aguiar. McCulloch there ahead of Nade and clattered into him. Lee McCulloch quick to apologise. It was seemingly just an innocuous collision. He caught him with his trailing hand on the way down, Lee McCulloch. He threw out the left arm just for leverage, but had he caught him with that, no, they certainly would have known about it. Csaba Laszlo. He's only seen his side lose once in the last 5 SPL games. That the defeat in the Edinburgh Derby against Hibs last week. He certainly will be a little bit frustrated that that lacklustre performance has been followed by another. Novo on the turn, firing over the bar. Pushed by Nacho Novo on Karapetis. Nielsen. Abua. Hearts with the throw. Abua's never going to be able to take it from there. Robbie Nielsen. Another innocuous cross from Hearts. They are playing like a side who've only scored 10 goals away from home. Only Hamilton have a worse record than that in the SPL. Rangers, though, have actually conceded more than half of the goals they've let in at home so far this season. 11 here, just 9 away. 4 towards Elliott, who is well marshalled by Daly. Clearance by Papac. Ferguson put Mendes under pressure. McGregor launches it long towards Chris Boyd. Pushed by Karapidis. Referee didn't acknowledge that, but Rangers have the ball anyway. He's acknowledged the foul that time by Stewart. Here's Beasley. Ferguson. Still Barry Ferguson couldn't quite dig it out from underneath his feet. Here's Papac. Mendes goes all the way back. Rangers will turn and build patiently from deep again. Now they're putting the ball out of play for a throw. His left thigh heavily strapped. Without Baloff through suspension today. Driver's got a hamstring problem. No Glenn, Thompson or Kingston either. Here's Whittaker. Easily got away from Aguiar. Boyd. Ferguson let it run. Papac just feeds Mendes with the simple ball, which now goes wide for Beasley. Trying to go a long way around Robbie Nielsen. He's won another corner, putting Rangers in double figures in that department. Well, in the first half, the left wing corners were taken by Mendes, in-swinging deliveries. It's now a Beasley left-footed outswinger that Hearts are having to deal with from Rangers' left flank. Whittaker shuffles away towards the back post. Daly and McCulloch both went towards the near post. Beasley acknowledged that it was a really poor delivery. Davis. Long ball by McGregor and Nacho Novo. Beasley up there with him. And Ferguson! Unable to replicate his first half finish. Nacho Novo did really well to hold it up, but it all came after the long punt forward from Alan McGregor. And then cleverly brought it down just to roll it into the path of Ferguson. A side-footed effort well over the bar, but good approach play. Instigated by Nacho Novo. Just under the roof of the net. McGregor had plenty of time to judge it, albeit under pressure from Callum Elliott. Nielsen beating Beasley in the air. He's won the throw. Just deflected off David Abua. This result will put Rangers back to the top of the table. Their goal difference superiority over Celtic would go up to 4, which could well be significant. Some 6 seasons when Rangers won the title on the last day under Alex McLeish, when goal difference was very important. They won it with a superiority of only 1 goal that season. No foul on Elliott. Waved back to his feet by the referee. He's had an outstanding game. Mendes. Cut out easily by Stewart. As Lucas. 4 for Callum Elliott. Fresh from that impressive loan spell at Livingston, which brought him 11 goals in 14 games. As many goals as he scored for Hearts in 80 matches. Another move fizzles out. Boyd. He's looking for the ball over the top, I think, for Novo. There's been no cutting edge for Hearts. They have another attacking option on the bench in the form of Mike Tulberg. And as Rangers number 9, Chris Boyd, hasn't had a sighter yet of goal. It's a disappointing run of these in at the moment. Just 1 goal in his last 7 matches, but he's still got 20 in his last 25. It's been a tempestuous season for Chris Boyd, falling out with George Burley, and has had his moments with Walter Smith as well. All the questions that Walter Smith asked of his team coming into today's match have been answered, so far at least. First hour has gone very much according to plan. Repeat of the 2-0 scoreline, which Rangers beat Hearts by back in August. Lafferty scored the first goal on that occasion as well. It was added to by a very late Chris Boyd penalty. It's Ferguson that scored the second today. Lovely ball from Mendes, nice take from Davis. So Lucas dealing with the cross. Daly. Nade. Palazuelos. Lee Wallace is outside him. Ball in towards David Abur, sorry, who did get his head to it and has kept it alive for Hearts. Forced away though by Papac. Nielsen for Aguiar. Still completely unable to get into the game at the moment, Bruno Aguiar. And Rangers again defending well from the front, forcing Karapitis to go all the way back for Jamie McDonald. Challenge is beginning to fly in with a bit of ferocity. It was Robbie Nielsen who was punished. Free kick launched long by Daly. Davis. Novak couldn't generate enough power on the flick to find Whittaker. So Lucas header for Aguiar. This is Abur. Robbie Nielsen trying the ball to get as much purchase as he can on this long throw inside the penalty area. All about the second ball, really. He's helped in, looking for Aguiar's flick. Papac turned it clear and McGregor might have been able to claim it. It's out for another throw. The whole process will be repeated. Header by Daly. Nicely done by Zaliukas. Wallace. Palazuelos. Now Mendes on the counter-attack with Davis ahead of him, and Nacho Novo in space, making the run, which Davis has seen, and he's threaded him in here brilliantly. Nacho Novo, it's an attempt that was so close to providing a picture-book third goal. Well, the only thing that was wrong with this was the finish. The run from Novo was brilliant, the pass from Davis exquisite. And instead of going across the face of the goalkeeper, he went for the near post. Nacho Novo, a couple of inches away from scoring one of Rangers' goals of the season. Davis heavily involved with a quite sublime pass. Zaliukas has squeezed it through here for Aguiar. Elliott drops off. Callum Elliott, first time! Great save, McGregor. Hearts' best moment of the game. The half-time substitute. The first man to force a save out of Alan McGregor. That was a good save as well. The man who's only conceded twice in his last 6 league games, denying Callum Elliott his first Hearts goal of the season. But they have got their first corner of this match. Headed back into the fray, in from Karapidis, over the line. Hearts have a lifeline. I think there might be a few complaints from some of the Rangers players that didn't go in, but Karapidis, who put through his own net the last time these two sides met, has got Hearts back into the game. Their first corner. Rangers unable to deal with the set piece. The header came back in. Karapidis with the header. Beasley cleared it, but surely he was over the line when he did so. I don't think there's too much doubt that that's gone in. Karapidis has given Hearts some hope. Only a couple of minutes after Rangers hit the post, which denied them a third goal. Hearts reduced the deficit to 1. So Lucas with a header. Nielsen running round it and able to clear. Stewart. All of a sudden Hearts have woken up as an attacking force here. A game which looked as though it was a formality is now not quite back in the balance, but certainly not all over. Whittaker. Here's Whittaker. Forward from Stewart, just too long though for Callum Elliott. Chava Laszlo will be much happier now. Whittaker. Novo gambled on the ball going over the shoulder of Zaliukas. Stewart. Too long for Christian Nade, who may well be coming off in a moment. Mike Tulberg, the German striker, who's signed on loan from Regina in Italy, is poised to come on. Stewart. Now Aguiar. Abur. He's done well to dig it across, headed out from Elliott. Palazuelos, 2-2. And Hearts have scored twice in 3 minutes to get themselves back on level terms. Rangers looking in such complete control that the last half hour was a formality. They hit the post, and 5 minutes later, instead of being 3-0 up, it's 2-2. Elliott peeling off and finding space, and it's a really good finish from Palazuelos. His first goal of the season. And is this going to be another sizable dent in Rangers' title aspirations in what's been a miserable March? Joy uncontained for Csaba László and Hearts. Tulberg might have to wait a few more moments before getting the nod to come on now. Palazuelos making it 2-2. Zalewskis. No handball by Whittaker. Well, they got to the stage where it looked as though Hearts could play for a month and not score today. And they net twice in 3.5 minutes. And also forced a very good save out of Alan McGregor as well. Throw taken quickly. Rangers looking rattled. Central defensive partnership which had precious little to do. Exposed twice in quick quarters. Whittaker. The idea was right, looking for Nacho Novo, but couldn't find him. "20 minutes coming up, which could do so much to mould the destiny of Rangers' season. Blowing a 2-0 lead here, but will they yet be able to get their noses back in front? Beasley trying to provide something now. He ran straight into Zalewskis. Walter Smith has left his lofty vantage point now to look at close quarters from the touchline. It could get worse. Here's Abua in towards Elliott. That's a goal kick. Still Kenny Miller on the bench. Still John Fleck and Stephen Naismith attacking options to be called upon by Messrs McDowell, Smith and McCoist. Novo. Davis. Novo went to ground as Zalewskis challenged him, but no real appeals for a penalty against the Lithuanian. Hearts making their second change. It's a straight swap up front. Christian Nade coming off, and Mike Tulberg coming on for only his third appearance of this injury-blighted loan spell. I think I'm right in saying it's the first time that Tulberg and Elliott have played together. He's on loan from Regina in Serie A in Italy. A chance to make a name for himself. Papac. Boyd. Flicking it on for Novo. Drilled some way wide. Ferguson. Stevie Naismith poised to come on in a moment for Rangers. It could well be DeMarcus Beasley who will make way. Here's Mendes. Well, Hearts have only averaged an away goal once every 2 hours and 6 minutes prior to today. They've improved that quite dramatically. Got themselves back into the game. Could yet go on to win it. Rangers making their second change. Off comes Beasley, who has been ineffective at times, and on comes Stevie Naismith. Just over a quarter of an hour for the former Kilmarnock man to make an impression. Stage of the season, it doesn't matter how the victories come for Rangers, it's all about the 3 points. Mendes through a crowd of players, but Jamie McDonald had plenty of time to see it coming. Good clean hit. Never likely to be able to beat McDonald from that kind of distance. Here's Davis. And Nacho Nova made his way forward, but another comfortable claim by McDonald, who was Queen of the South last season when they, of course, lost to Rangers in the Cup final. Aguiar. Ferguson. Davis. He's taken a touch off Wallace. Boyd wanted to try and shepherd it out of play, but he didn't have the legs to get there. Still Chris Boyd goes. Novo. Papac behind him. In towards Boyd. Might break for Novo. Could break for Davis or Naismith. Well, he hasn't scored this season yet, Stevie Naismith, on his return from that horrendous injury. Himself into a decent position, but if anything, Davis was obstructing his run towards the ball. He had to hit it with the outside of his right foot. Csaba Laszlo. You see his Heart side move within 3 points of a guaranteed top 6 finish, if they can hold on here. Papac. Body's going down all over the place off the ball. Palazuelos. There's so much space in that midfield now. Ferguson doing his best to come back. Callum Elliott has made a real difference for Hearts since coming on. Here's Palazuelos now. He seems to have had a better game on the left-hand side of midfield than perhaps he did in the centre. He wasn't able to have too much of an influence. Poor touch from Boyd. And he doesn't get a full 90 minutes that often. Still, Kenny Miller could be called upon. Pushed by Robbie Nielsen on Stephen Naismith. Rangers prepare to launch this inside the penalty area again. From Papac, away by Abua. Cleared by Zaliukas that time. Mendes. Old-fashioned hit and hope. Zaliukas beating Boyd in the air, but Ferguson wins the second ball, and now Stephen Whittaker can bring it forward. And Jamie McDonald can claim it. Whittaker's header falling for Davis. Mendes. Whittaker. Daly. Wide by Naismith. Hart's making a pretty good fist of withstanding the pressure at the moment. Ferguson. Whittaker. Touch from Palazuelos. Took it away from Whittaker, but found Ferguson. Mendes has got it now. Lovely ball! What a chance. Boyd's claiming he was pushed. Brilliant ball in from Mendes with the outside of his right boot, bringing it back in towards the centre of the goal. Chris Boyd attacking it. Now, was there a push here? It's unorthodox defending by Robbie Nielsen. I think possibly there was a hand on the arm of Boyd, but I don't think that there was significant contact. Rangers' susceptibility to balls inside the penalty area wasn't exposed that time, as Karapidis couldn't get a decent touch towards goal. Scored once, of course. Here's Zaliukas. Daly not taking any chances. Can they expose Rangers again? McGregor decided he had to take control and did so pretty comfortably. Boyd looking for the flick on, Zaliukas defended well. Ferguson couldn't get there ahead of Stewart. Nielsen clears. Novak, Ferguson, the referee's pulled it back. He's going to produce a card here. It's a yellow for Mike Tolberg. Really was a number 9's challenge, that one. 6 minutes to go. Plenty forward for Rangers. Flicked into a dangerous area, they've got a corner. He's had an excellent game, Marius Zaliukas. Anything played inside the penalty area has been his. Outswinger from Davis. McCulloch was stealing round the back, peels for handball. Robbie Nielsen clears for Hearts. The crowd a little bit frustrated that Papac elected to go all the way back for McGregor. Daly still forward, trying to help it on towards Novo. Naismith, and that's a goal kick. March is fast turning into a month of misery for Rangers. Boyd. Davis. Whittaker. Palazuelos was committed. Whittaker's ball in. Naismith. Volley is clearance. Mendes brought down outside the penalty area. Tulberg is in trouble here. No. Mendes is going to get the yellow card for diving. Well, Tulberg was the player with the challenge, and if the referee decided the contact had been made there, he would have been sent off. As it is, it's a yellow card for Mendes for diving. It was outside the penalty area. It wouldn't have been a penalty. Well, to my money, that is a clear-cut foul. I think Tulberg should have been sent off, and it should have been a free kick. 2 Rangers, 20 yards from goal as it is. Mendes in the book for a dive. Tulberg's extremely lucky to get away with that. Stewart. Aguiar. Wallace. Now Davis. Zaliukas is there again. Abua. Nielsen's throw. Aguiar. He's had a play for a Hearts throw. Right in front of the assistant referee. Clearance from Daly into Boyd. Challenged by Stewart. Could it get worse for Rangers? Too deep for Tulberg. Well, Rangers haven't lost the game, remember, that they've led at half-time for 13 years in the league. Well, they've blown a 2-0 lead here. Is it going to cost them 2 points, or could it get worse? Alternatively, might they yet salvage the victory? Naismith have made a really good early run. Davis, Nacho Novo, Abua coming in, challenge from Nielsen, referee says, play on. To my money again, that's a free kick. In the 90th minute. McCulloch. Clearance from Zaliukas. Palazuelos happy just to head the ball further out. There will be 3 minutes to be added on. Whittaker. In towards Naismith. Good header by Nielsen. Back from McCulloch. Everybody forward. Davis. Ferguson. Which Rangers player can take responsibility? None of them. Here's Papac. Hooking it hopefully in towards Boyd, who's missed his kick completely. Palazuelos clears his lines. And just for a moment, it's 2 against 1. Callum Elliott bringing it forward. Rangers getting bodies back now, but Tulberg is in the centre. Still Callum Elliott goes! Good save, McGregor. Abua. Back in towards Elliott. Naismith clears. And Mendes gets some distance on his clearance. Aguiar. Yellow card for Bruno Aguiar for diving. Will Rangers be able to force one last decent opportunity on goal? Not at this juncture. Away by Zeliukas. And then Ferguson's given away the free kick, clattering into Tulberg. Forward from Stewart. Papac lets it run out of play. Rangers will get as many forward as quickly as they can. This will be their last opportunity, surely. Mendes. Ball put out of play. Egert Jonsson's going to come on for Hearts in a bid to just disrupt the flow of the game. Referee has waved over and said, no, you can't come on. Does that mean he's going to blow the full-time whistle? It's all over. Rangers have booed off. Their miserable march continues after they've blown a 2-0 half-time lead here.